Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Got a quite an interesting one. It's something I haven't really seen before in this sort of packaging. A copy of Microsoft Works that I picked up, and today we're going to check it out, see what software is bundled inside of it. I've used this before as an OEM copy, but I have never actually seen it released in retail packaging that you see here. So I saw this online, thought why not, I'll pick it up. I've never seen what's inside of the box in one of these. I didn't know that you could even buy this as a boxed release. I thought it was just something that you get with your computer, bundled via your OEM. So yeah, never seen in the wild as a retail sort of boxed release. So yeah, gonna have a look and see what's inside of the box, have a look on what's on the outside of the box, and install it on this Socket 7 Windows 95 machine. This is a release that requires either Windows 95 or Windows NT 4.0. So yeah, let's check it out and have a look. But yeah, we'll have a quick brief background on what Microsoft Works is for those who aren't aware, and come back to this. Okay, let's have a look at this little article, initially developed by Don Williams and Rupert Listener, 1986 for Microsoft, for the Macintosh originally in 1986. Information on Microsoft Works is actually very hard to come by. It wasn't that publicly perceived or advertised given Microsoft Office around the time. But here we go, we are looking at the original release. Of course, it started off for the Macintosh as sort of a competitor for Apple Works. You can see here 1986. Yeah, originally for the Macintosh. So it includes a word processor, a spreadsheet application. Of course, we've got a terminal editor, things like that. In 1987, the first version for MS-DOS was released as well. Although the MS-DOS version doesn't appear to have the same sort of multi-application interface that you saw there on version 1 for the Macintosh, where you can have both applications side by side. But nevertheless, it was released, and provided the same applications support. Version 2.0 and 2.0A for the Macintosh, 1989. This just pretty much looks about the same. Again, I couldn't find very much information on these releases and what the main differences are. Version 2.0 though seems to improve on things a little bit more, because we've finally got the multi-layer application support, so you can have your word processor and spreadsheet application open in the same window, and that was key for the application requiring less memory resources in order to run multiple documents. The first version for Windows was released around 1990 to 1991, 16-bit, requiring a 286. Multi-tiled system that you can see here. It's got your Word document, your spreadsheet, bits and pieces, word processor I should say. Version 3.0 for DOS was the final version for DOS, it seems, released around 92. Some UI changes, bits and pieces like that. There's two versions down below that you can download. These are all from WinWorld PC, of course. 3.0 for the Macintosh. It's the seems to be quite a revamped version. This is more familiar with what we tend to see now around the mid-90s, released around 92. Again, we've got a version 3 for Windows. I actually have a copy of this on CD-ROM if anyone's interested in looking at that. 4.0 is the final release for the Macintosh, around 1995 for Windows, and of course we've got our version 4.5, which we're looking at for here today. Version 5 is the only other one I wanted to point out. It's the last version that seems to have the traditional Microsoft Works processor just sort of the Word equivalent bundled in. Later versions had Microsoft Word 2000 and XP and such bundled in. I do have a newer version of Works 2000 that we can check out as well. Alright, coming back to this version here, we have version 4.5. I believe there was a few releases for Windows 95 version 4, and this one, version 4.5, and then there was a 4.5a, and reading on that, that was more of a OEM thing. The latter required Internet Explorer 4 as a mandatory install, which is a bit rude, typical Microsoft. So yeah, this one, we'll see what it does. Updated version, word processor, spreadsheet, database, Internet Explorer, new, daunting. Drawing tools, 7,000 clip art images, and 100 plus templates, version 4.5. So yeah, nice sort of green packaging here. There's our requirement for Windows 95. Let's have a look at what the information says here. 4.5 made in Singapore. I don't know if this is a US release, a New Zealand release. I bought this in New Zealand. Standard Microsoft stuff. World's most popular integrated software for Windows. Box itself is a little bit damaged on the top, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, just around here. Corners are a little beat up. I think there's a cardboard inlay there. Let's have a look at the back of this. Okay, so integrated and up-to-date software for the home. Works 4.5 gives you a word processor, spreadsheet, database, and drawing communication tools all in one integrated package. Along with Microsoft Internet Explorer. Go ahead, communicate, organize, create, and explore. It's easy. Oh man, I can wonder why these guys are getting dragged through the courts for bundling Internet Explorer and pushing Internet Explorer for pretty much everything. So yeah, as pointed out before, Works was typically started off as its own sort of package, and then yeah, Microsoft Office pretty much overtook it in terms of popularity. This was more of just something that ended up being bundled in for OEMs. But what have we got? We've got the task launcher, which we'll be checking out later. We've got the word processor itself, spreadsheet utility. Don't know what that is. Some sort of drawing tool. Get outstanding results quickly and easily with ClipArt. And yeah, we've got the task launcher, Internet Explorer crap. Interesting, we've got a advertisement here for the Greetings Workshop. I don't know what that is. Some sort of productivity thing. Here is the list of system requirements. So we need a, if I can get this camera to focus, a 386 or higher, 486 recommended, Windows 95, NT4, will not run on earlier versions. So that's great. A lot of software from Microsoft around this time was sort of doing that. They sort of hit like a hard line and went like, you know, Office 95, even though Windows 3.11 wasn't that old, they pretty much just went, nope, you've got to run, you know, a lot of the software in NT4 or Windows 95 or later. 8 megabytes of memory, 12 for Windows NT, 5 to 25 megabytes of hard drive space, double CD-ROM, speed CD-ROM, VGA, mouse, modem required, and to use Internet Explorer you need a 486 Pentium or higher. Multimedia stuff, yeah. So all pretty standard. There's nothing too crazy here about the box. It is in actually pretty decent shape, apart from the corners. So yes, this is sealed. There is a seal. So this is okay, this is what's in the box. My knife is very blunt. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is directly how I found it. We have the CD-ROM itself, which is extremely shiny and new. Got a registration card. Pretty much just standard registration stuff. It's quite long. Oh, and they want to know what sort of computer we have. Well, we have a few options here. 286. Yeah, that's not going to work. A license agreement. A warranty thing. Limited warranty. Liability. Law. Special Victims Unit. We have a companion guide. This must be like just a quick start guide. Let's have a quick look in here. Oh, no colors, black and white. So I guess this is using the task wizard. Making blank documents, finding files, that sort of stuff, reports, timesheets. There are some files that can be downloaded for people with disabilities. There's the files there, the access packs. So we'll explore the CD-ROM as well and have a look. Enough of that boring stuff. Let's have a look at the CD. Man, that's fancy. Anything in the card, paper, jewel paper thing? I forget what these are called. Pretty much just starting the install, technical support stuff. More bloat, and on the back is the CD key. And here's the disc itself, never used, and it looks to be in great shape. Yeah, so I think what we'll do at this point is put it in the computer, install it, browse the CD-ROM, and yeah, let's have a look and see what's on it. Okay, so the very handy setup programs got us into the setup wizard, but what I'm going to do is let's just close out of this, have a look what's on the CD-ROM, see if there's anything cool in there. Sometimes there is a few little things, like mainly for sysadmins. Okay, that was weird. I think my CD-ROM drive likes to sort of unmount the CD, remount it. Okay, well, nothing in there. What's in here? Some setup stuff, fonts. What is this? Some Microsoft Noted. Don't know what that is. And we got a clip art folder. Seven 1,000 objects. Okay. Of course, proprietary format, so won't be just opening those in Explorer unless it installs a extension. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. That's on the CD-ROM, nothing too cool. So let's run the setup here. Put our name in. It's the very secure CD-ROM that I revealed earlier. Okay. I should probably make sure I've got enough free space on my SD card. Okay. That's not working, but that's fine. Got 8 gigabytes free. Okay, choice of custom or complete. I'm gonna go custom. Let's see what we've got. Tasks, help files, introduction, setup files. Spell checker, thesaurus. What have we got in here? What is this? Annotate your notes with pop-up notes, serve as reminders, notes, colleagues, or instructions about how to use a particular document. Okay. A few bits and pieces. Interesting. I thought that would be already installed. No. Okay. Text converters. So these are older versions of Works. Okay, right. In Microsoft Word 6. Windows and Macintosh, so I can open those. WordPerfect. Interesting. It's quite handy. And some graphics stuff. Codec CD import. Okay. And we'll continue that. Yep. We'll install the shortcut. And I guess this is just going to run through. So we'll come back once that's done. Time is 11:53 AM. So we'll see how long that takes. Okay, well that's done. I'm actually surprised that only took about a minute or two. Just under 2 minutes to install. Interestingly, I thought it would have installed Internet Explorer, but I guess because I've already got a version newer than 4.0. Yeah, okay, so alrighty. Does it want to reboot? No. Okay. Well, let's jump in. So the one thing that I read about is this view that we're looking at here. It's like some sort of nested window system. and it allows different programs to run at once or something, reducing memory usage and things like that. So yeah, this is the sort of window we're going to start with, and we've got a tutorial. You know what, let's just go through this here. Okay, so interestingly this is 4.5, so it's still using this for Windows 95 splash screen. Okay, this is the task launcher. So this is where we can start off with a template. Start with the tasks. Task master. So pretty much just, what's this, communications. No, there's no mail client or anything like that. Works form on the Microsoft network. Interesting. MSN. Okay. Well, yeah. Nothing. Oh yeah, calculations for spreadsheets, and that's about it. Okay, so here we go. We are at the start of the wizard. We can either start with a new template, open an existing file. I guess this will remember. We've got some tools. Okay, so this is just a shortcut directly to the applications themselves. Let's have a look through here. So create an address book, a letter, use letter, do some billing stuff, invoice. This will be the spreadsheets. This is the database, and yeah, quite handy just to get started with. Let's go here instead of starting a template and just have a look at the programs. Interesting, okay. Well, yeah, we don't have a printer. Header and footer. Got a little help thing on the right. I don't know what I'm doing. Interesting, it keeps complaining about a printer. So what I might need to do, jump out of here and just add one. Oh yeah, and did it add a system thing? No. I don't know what that was on about. Okay, let's just add a printer. I mean, everyone has a printer. Probably more common back in the day. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a Canon. Add a dummy one. There we go. That's a bit of an odd limitation. Header. Welcome to the jungle. Can we get rid of this help thing? So you can get more screen real estate? Yeah, that'll do. Okay, word processor, pretty standard. Got some spelling. Apparently I can spell, which is a lie. Thesaurus. Is it me? Nothing in there. Hello. Hello, replace with hell. Insert table. Here's our table. Make it a thing. Alright, what else have we got? Well, actually, because we're in the Works browser per se, I can just close the word processor portion, jump straight into another program. In fact, I believe we could probably open up multiple, yeah, so we can have, you can be writing a file here, And then in the background we've got numbers. Yeah, and you can kind of like flick between them. So it's kind of, I guess it's kind of neat. I mean, you don't have them all down here. Can you open up more than one instance? Nope. What's this communications thing? Can have a modem, sure. Put it on the COM port. Okay, this is a like a terminal thing, terminal emulator. Okay, so yeah, got all sorts of stuff here. We've got the database program. Okay. Create a general database. Okay, so there's a brief look at the programs. Should we have a look at the templates? Okay, at the template wizard, we can do a few things. Let's make a letter. We want a professional letter. Letterhead. Okay, yep. Create it. Style, professional. Let's do it. Very professional. Header. What should we call this? Name. Okay. Dear John. I've been playing too much San Andreas. Your name goes here. Start typing your letter here. Hello, this is a test of the word processing program. Does F7 do the spell check? It does. Spelling is an Australian. Interesting that it did not ask me where my region was. Where is my region set on the computer? Region. We're in United States. Somehow, I think I had to set that for a game. Probably Quake or something. Can't recall correctly. Doesn't know how to do anything with Jimmy. So this must be a New Zealand / Australian release if it's got this as its dictionary. Let's have a look at the options here. Okay. Typing replaces automatic word selection. Address book. Proofing tools. Okay. Oh no, I only got Australian. Thesaurus is in British. England land. Inches. Millimeters. Well, yeah. I'm here, so we'll do that. Okay, so yeah, pretty cool basic word processor here. Nothing to write home about. What else can we do with this? Got an address book. Can make a new address book. Page break, document name. We'll put the date and time here. We did it at this time, which is lunchtime. Got a pizza to eat. Easy text. What is this? Signature. Okay, so this is if you want to sign stuff off. You can drag this around here. So you can have, we can set some stuff up so we can make a new one. So this is, we can go, this is a lazy way to input some info. So when we go here, go back up, there's mine, boom. I wonder if you can shortcut that. Is there any like shortcut keys? Keyboard shortcut, spreadsheet. Nothing for the word processor. It's a bit sad. Okay, well, yep, nothing there. Can we have like clip art? Word art. This is word art. Okay. Word art. Let's wear dark. Can we have some fancy stuff here? Yeah, copyright. Yeah, boom. Okay, so that's a word art. Oh yeah, we have early version of word art. Got some fonts. Okay. Can we make this bigger? We can. Double click. Best fit. What is this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We have colors. Red, purple. All we get for this, pretty basic, but I guess for the home, I mean, what more do you need? Does it have undo? It does. That's fancy. Drag stuff around. I mean, how much more interesting can we make a word processor? I do like the fact that it's all bundled in this sort of easy to use view. I got some business management stuff, invoicing. We got the spreadsheet. Ah, okay. Where do we put this? Is it here? Nope. Here it is. Interesting. Why has it got the thingy there? Okay, so yeah, you can put your company information in here. Handy. Wonder what this is here if I do the same up here. I thought that'd be like a shortcut for something. Doing that because I know that I need to get some. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's got oh yeah, it's got sums. Got our print preview. Pretty handy. I can see why a lot of people probably bought this sometimes over Office. What else have we got? Address book, calendar, today's events. Cool. Actually, things like doing money management, budgeting, investment, leasing. Okay, interesting. The thing I actually would find useful in this is a database of like a CD music collection, something like that. Can we do that? Got some user-defined stuff here. Chores, meal planner. Here's one I need. Vehicle repair log. I have a 1991. Okay. So, keep track of your car maintenance repairs. Let's not look at that. Keep that well hidden, because that would just make me sad. Okay, so Paul's done the exhaust. do we have? I want to see the database app. Okay, here we go. Right, how does this work? Let's close some of these out. Okay. Got the address. So how... I don't understand how this works. Can we put in today's date in this? Insert date. Oh, that's a bit of an oversight. I thought there'd be like a thing that would just put in today's date. Record 2. Down here. So I don't know if there's a search. But I guess you can just look through this view. Yeah, I guess we just add, can we drag stuff? Move. Probably gonna break that horribly. Okay, well, there we go. There's the database program itself. Yeah, let's see. I want to check out some of the clip art. Have a look and see what we've got for those. I can hear the CD-ROM drive spinning up. Okay. Do I have Publisher installed? I do. Okay, well, what we'll do is so this is going to import all of the clip art from both applications by the looks of it. Anything in there? Any sounds? No. All we've literally got is clip art. CD-ROM drive's going to town next to me. You've got mail. When you double click the picture, the note on the right will pop up. Change the icon of that too. So there it is there. Can we make this a note? The clip art. No. So it's literally just this. This is all we get. Oh, butterfly is pretty cool. So yeah, you can click that and you've been rickrolled. Got this standard object insertion thing, so we can insert a bitmap. There it is there. So yeah, we can resize that. Here's the file. Yeah, I got CVs and stuff. So yeah, nothing too fancy about this. This is essentially a lighter version of Microsoft Office, but with some spell checking stuff. Quite compelling little package. I mean, like, it does a fair bit. You know, it definitely does enough to get most people through what they need. The only thing annoying about the software is the file formatting that it saves in. So if I save this, these are Microsoft Works file extensions, so you can only open them with other, you know, Microsoft Works applications. And I am feeling like I remember having some issues with this where I had a client that came into my shop that I worked in, and they had some documents that they had written in Works, and they couldn't be opened on their new computer despite having Works installed because it was a different version. So yeah, can be a bit of a gotcha. I think it was it was all right. Like, it did have some compatibility, but I feel like the newer versions use different formatting and stuff and couldn't open the same files. Yeah, basically ended up could be burning you a little bit. But yeah, other than that, there is nothing too much else here. We've explored some of the word art and clip art, bulletin points, things like that. So we can do this here, make it a bullet point, add a border. Yeah. I mean, it's a word processor, there's probably not too much that I can cover in here that's going to be too interesting, but, well, if that being said, yeah, this is pretty much Microsoft Works 4.5. I believe it's Works 4.5, yep. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover off, is just have a look at the software, what was in the box, what we got in terms of anything cool or different compared to the OEM release. But so far from what I'm looking at, this is all the same stuff that yeah, was pretty much as the what came with the OEM copy, that's for sure. There's nothing too crazy, and I don't think Microsoft went to town too hard on this, just because this was directly competing at the time with Office, until this Office suite of course got way more features, way more development time, and this kind of felt like a bit of a side project. Well everyone, thanks for watching the video and this quick look back on Microsoft Works version 4.5. Hope everyone enjoyed. Thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next one. Bye for now.